If moving your business to an automated system feels terrifying, you're probably asking the right questions. That resistance isn't weakness. It's pattern recognition from seeing too many businesses break their workflows trying to fix what wasn't broken. I'm Aaron, owner of Wildfire Growth AI. We help businesses test automation in your business without disrupting client delivery. In this video, I'll show you our stage pilot approach. Here's what we do. We test automation with just one client first. Your main business stays the same. We track what actually happens versus what vendors promise, and we get your team on board with real proof, not forced rules. But first, let's talk about why that hesitation you're feeling might be your most valuable strategic asset. Sometimes the first reaction you have to a big system change isn't excitement, it's that tight pull in your gut that says, if this goes wrong, my entire operation could grind to a halt. That's not panic talking. That's the same risk awareness top business owners rely on to protect their revenue and keep client work on track. I was on call with a prospect that knows this feeling really well. He's built what he calls an assembly line for delivering services to about 40 active clients. It runs steadily and clients are happy. But he's also aware that the future of his workflow likely involves automation. The problem? That assembly line can't slow down. He told us he has to keep producing every single week. Downtime is unacceptable. His concerns weren't abstract. He worried about the learning curve of new tools, about staff resistance to changing habits, and about the financial hit if the switch led to missed deadlines. From what our clients tell us, most problems happen when a whole business switches at once without a staged transition. That's when deadlines slip, the team gets frustrated, and that supposed upgrade becomes a step backwards. This client hesitation isn't stalling. It's the mindset of someone steering a business that can't afford disruptions to cash flow or client trust. Here's the shift in perspective. Fear in this context is a form of due diligence. You're checking for cracks before you build higher. One look at his situation made it clear that jumping in with every client at once was too risky. The smarter move was to create a low-stakes proving ground where he could gather data, see exactly how his team would respond, and measure actual time savings without putting the entire business at risk. That's where the concept of a pilot comes in. We proposed running Airtable for just one client over a 4-week period, keeping all of his existing systems in place for the rest. This meant his core workflow stayed untouched while the test group gave him proof of how well the new system actually worked. With a pilot, there's no all or nothing gamble. You either see measurable improvements and keep going, or you exit with zero damage to your main operation. If you're thinking about how to even present this to your team, here's a simple script you can use. We're running a 4-week test on 2 clients so we can see if Airtable actually saves us time. If it doesn't, we'll stop and refund the fee. That kind of framing reassures staff that you're not forcing permanent change and that their current workflow is safe during a trial. The point is, controlled testing turns fear into strength. Instead of rushing into unknown territory, you're taking a measured step, protecting your current projects and giving yourself the data needed to make a confident decision. So that's not hesitation, that's leadership. So if you already know the cost of a bad software rollout far outweighs the benefits of speeding into a full migration, the question becomes, what's the smallest, safest move you can make to start proving the value of automation without threatening what's already working? That's where the 4-week test drive comes in. A structured pilot designed to give you real data without shaking your entire operation. So you run Airtable for just one carefully chosen client and keep every other client on your current system so the rest of your work carries on as normal. Here's exactly how it works, week by week, based on how we run this with businesses like yours. Week 1 is discovery and requirements. We map the current workflow for your pilot client from intake to delivery, identify where time is being lost, and document the specific criteria that will define success. At the end of this week, you have a clear picture of how they operate, and now you want to improve. Week 2 and 3 are all about system configuration and data migration. We set up your Airtable workspace, and build a client and content tracking database. We add a campaign board for visual project management, create real-time dashboards for campaign status, and transfer the relevant data from your Google Sheets. Backup procedures are set so nothing gets lost. Your old sheets stay active and usable the whole time, acting as a live safety net. Week 4 is training and go live. We run hands-on training with your designated contact and team members, walking through real scenarios so everyone feels comfortable. Then your pilot client moves to being fully managed on Airtable while your other clients remain on the current step. By now, you've already seen the system in action without putting your broader operation at risk. It's important to know the guardrails. Phase 1 excludes automated workflows, AI-powered features, pretty much anything involving more than just the pilot client, and shutting down your legacy systems. Those belong to phase 2 and beyond. This keeps the pilot focused and affordable while removing the fear of biting off more than you can handle. From the start, you're working towards clear, measurable outcomes. The success metrics are straightforward. A complete Airtable setup, both pilot client workflows successfully running in the new system, a functioning Kanban board, a live status dashboard you can check anytime, and accurate migration of your existing data. And these aren't vague promises. You can tick them off one by one. Measuring time savings is very simple. Track the hours your team spends updating projects for the clients in your old system versus Airtable. Count whether deadlines were hit or missed. Collect honest feedback from your team at the end of week 4 about whether things felt smoother or more complicated. These practical checks can show you very quickly whether scaling up makes sense. We've seen owners go from juggling 6 spreadsheets per client to having everything in one dashboard they can check daily without reminders. And because the old system stays set up live during the pilot, there's no fear of losing data or missing something. You can switch back instantly if needed. By the end of the month, you have more than impressions or theory. You have evidence. You can either move forward with confidence or decide to wait, knowing you protected your clients and team with unnecessary disruption. That decision point is where the real insight about your readiness for automation comes into focus. Bringing automation in carefully isn't hesitation. It's how you protect clients' cash flow and team morale while making real progress. And if you want to see exactly how we automate onboarding workflows, check out our website at Wildfire Growth AI. What's that one admin task you would reclaim first? Tracking approvals, generating shot lists, or maybe even invoicing? Comment below and I'll reply with a quick checklist.